Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. All right, I'm just gonna wait here for a minute to see if anybody joins. I was gonna start streaming so much earlier, but I streamed it like for an hour to not even earlier, and I just felt like shit. Some shit happened. And I stopped streaming. I haven't started.
Could have let
What am true? I
come
and wherever
off hand with.
it's dead.
Can't you just summon
If I
last
but the very an ex
ring?
it come you might
Respect.
precise.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kobina.
Rings a distant, but if memory serves.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research. It's complicated.
How's it work?
We must this
Any
indeed.
cool.
You guessed.
There's. What was that?
A rave? Perhaps it will.
Rarely say no to a
What's going on,
snifter.
Phantom?
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better.
How are you doing tonight?
I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
So, think you've set a nice little trap for me? Sorry.
Oh,
Want to get me to
this way.
confess? Gonna have to try harder.
Which
I love
comments?
a challenge. In that case, my ears are cocked. What must I do?
How about you get the ball rolling? Reveal one of your secrets. Vampires, intriguing creatures, must lead fascinating lives.
Anything in particular interest you?
The one saying that his fucking audio is way too low.
Always fascinated me the way vampires can regenerate. A hand growing back is one thing, but Detloff recreating you out of a wet smear? Something else entirely.
A difficult and laborious process, but one that's possible, as my presence proves. But I've heard you too had quite the adventure. They say you lost your memory.
For a bit, but Triss helped me get it back. Actually, pretty damn lucky I only had amnesia.
Yes, you humans are rather buggered in those terms. To strip you of life is, well,
Yeah, I don't know
just
what's up
plain
with that
easy.
video.
I've always pitied you in that regard.
Fucking really messed up on the audio on that one.
We vampires are much harder nuts to crack. If a member of another race kills one of us, we can be reborn with a living
he
higher vampire
fucking,
help.
He just didn't put
However,
his voice high
if
enough.
one of our own strikes the deadly blow, death is permanent. There can be no rebirth. One of the chief reasons why vampires long ago swore never to fight one another.
Got a new life, a new body. That give you a new start? Blank slate?
Starting all anew is a very broad concept. What exactly do you mean?
Your blood addiction, say. Wondering if your body's the
used to
same,
be.
if it still remembers. Maybe if you drank now, you wouldn't get hooked.
All addictions are a form of slavery. Re-addiction's not a risk I'm willing
Was
to
a
take,
big,
just to test
Star
a
Wars fan
hypothesis
before the
about
movies
corporeal regeneration and whether propensities carry over.
Fair enough. Curiosity, that's all. Sorry.
Not to worry, Geralt. Curiosity's a natural reaction under the circumstances, apart from which I've always valued that trait in you.
Gotta ask you the big question. One everyone wonders about. What happens after death?
You wish me to tell you if the human belief in the gods is well-founded? Well, that I do not know. We vampires differ exceedingly from you humans. Our matter, that of which we are composed, can exist without form. We require neither a heart, nor a brain, nor air to breathe.
But were you dead?
As humans understand death, yes.
Feel anything? Understand anything?
It's rather hard to explain. I felt something very unsettling. Something I cannot even name, for I did no reasoning. Only after rebirth did I begin to understand that what I had felt was cold and unimaginable fear. If not for Detlef, I might have drowned in an eternity of icy terror.
Yeah, before they came out with the new...
Can't have been alive then. Sheesh, experience like that must be vicious.
Indeed, it's hard to compare to anything I know.
I read a shit ton of the books.
Yet you are aware we don't see death as you do. The way you cling to life, we find it entirely peculiar.
I used to
You
read
are mortals,
Wikipedia.
ergo it's a
Fuck,
foregone
I don't like
conclusion.
talking when they're
You
talking.
will die. It's but a question of time. Thus, I often find myself wondering why you try so very hard. To die at 20 years, 40, even 100, what's the difference? They're all but the blink of an eye.
Depends
Yeah,
on your
more
point
than
of
Legends
view.
do.
Man who's got 1,000,000 crowns to spend can't
Or what
possibly
it's
understand one who's only
Originally
got
called
20.
the EU
Very true.
Expanded Universe.
One's outlook can indeed change much.
I was playing, how do they say it? Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, the MMORPG. I forget how you say it. I haven't played it so. I was
Curious
playing
what
that
you
for a
did
while.
after you
They
were
got the subscription.
reborn.
As I'm sure you can surmise, at first I was thoroughly absorbed with recovering. As it is, I've still not recovered completely. Yet I was so weak the first year that I could not stand nor move on my own. Detlef bore my weakness bravely, showed great pain. Once I could at last stand unassisted, I set off for Bruges, for my one-time home of Dillingen. There I led the peaceful life of a rural healer and surgeon, enjoying my neighbours' respect and, in fact, constituting the exact opposite of the monstrous vampire the populace imagines.
Bruges, you say? Rebirth make you sentimental?
Perhaps a dash. But what of you? Where have you been? Ever find your Cyrilla?
Back then, yeah. But we parted again soon after. And when the time was ripe, she came back, defeated the Wild Hunt together.
Seems I certainly missed quite a bit while...
True enough. But it's a conversation we'll have another time. Need to know more. All right, give you one question. What do you want to know?
One question to ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt. Cruel parsimony, I'd say, but I shall do my best to make it count. If you were to die and be reborn as I was, in your new life, would you choose to be a witcher?
Yeah, I'd be a Witcher.
See, Regis. Doubt I'd know how to be anything else.
Ever tried?
See, you're determined to get an answer, to find out if I like being a witcher. Just refuse to ask directly, as always. I like being on the path. Like picking up a lead, a trail, and nothing Yeah, not something I think about much.
Thank you for being honest. Honesty is an attribute of the truly brave, and thus a privilege of the very few.
Still no sign of your winged friend.
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. It'll return soon, don't doubt that for a...
Yeah, I fucking... Alright, man, see you later. I think maybe you're the one who's subscribed too, thank you.
Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
Appreciate the compliment. Got something for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught. It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the white survived entirely unmolested.
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures, and they've highly developed observational skills.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate, it's covered in spoons.
Spoons?
Spare me the skeptical smile. I'm but the bearer of this news. Or perhaps this spotted white is a hoarder. Or the spoons are somehow related to the curse.
Know anything else about this curse?
I don't recall much in particular. Really don't attach much importance to such things. It was mentioned to me as an anecdote, no more.
Come on, search your memory. Something, anything could be important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or, perhaps greed, rapacity. Someone was punished for something...
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt, I try not to clutter my mind with the details of every far-fetched tale I happen to hear. What are your thoughts?
A specimen of a species thought long extinct, and a curse, in one place. That a coincidence, or are they related?
Ah, professional curiosity. Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this dilemma, but please remember we need the...
Let's do this.
Do you imagine the white?
Worst case scenario?
For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial. Quite amusing as a thought.
So,
Yes, delay.
tomes?
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus, I hope to identify a suitable alternative.
All right.
And to you, my friend.
Necrophage oil. Might as well go to this. Let's go, Roach.
That's it, Roach.
Greetings.
The dressings, bandages.
What's that about?
The dressings, bandages. Where did I put them?
Forget it. Bandages won't do it.
What? Oh, but he breathed still a moment ago.
Breathed his last then. Bled to death. Legs broken. Femoral arteries ruptured. Wound like that, you're dead in minutes.
Gods.
What happened here exactly?
I was rolling through, fully loaded, when I heard screams. This one crawled towards the road, then drooped to the ground, lost consciousness. I jumped down to help him.
Stand and step away from it.
What? Me?
Don't make me say it again.
Will you tell me what it is you see?
Needed to see if you were lying. You'd be covered in blood if you dealt those wounds. Just cut it on your...
Who?
A witcher.
Oh.
See what we have here. Either a thrust weapon or a thick claw. Maybe a wyvern's. Tuft. Breastplate's unusual. Dented.
An antiquity, I believe. I deal in these things, so...
Not likely to learn that from him. Now to figure out where he came from. From that house, I'm assuming.
Wait, I will come with you.
So be it. But stay close. Trail leads to the house on the hill.
Which stands silent as a grave.
Must have been here he broke his legs. Fell while climbing over the wall. Trying to leave the property probably, after he didn't manage to open the gate. Damn it.
Good gods!
Servant. Stabbed to death. Over a dozen blows with a sharp object. Some post-mortem.
I cannot believe this the work of a man. It was a monster, to be sure.
Silver tableware. Elven engravings. What the hell's this? Setting for a banquet?
It seems so. What's your suspicion? Did none survive? Gods!
Torso punctured with great force. Blow pierced hardened steel. Man on the high road. Breastplate was identical. Throats massacred. One mighty blow. Shield along sides old and dented. Swords ceremonial. And Shay handiwork clearly. Ceremonial bowls. For little sacrifices?
Of what? Please, do not say humans.
Burn marks. Something catch fire. Explode. Strong stench. Multiple wounds on the body. All puncture wounds, but hard to tell what caused them. Victim's human, but the attire's elven.
Are you certain? How did he come by it? We've so few non-humans in Tucson.
Fled, then dropped to the ground to douse the flames. Didn't manage. Burnt smells growing fainter. Might have been another luckier soul managed to flee. Doublet scorched. Wriggled out of it, tossed it, then ran on.
Perhaps there's no one inside after...
I know you're in there. Breathing's loud and clear. Open up. We mean you no harm.
They remain there?
Listen, I'm a witcher. I'm here to help you. But if that's gonna happen, you gotta answer some questions first. You mentioned them. Who do you mean?
Those, I don't know what they were, spirits. It all occurred of a sudden. We were staging a scene, the death of paying homage. There was a flash of light that blinded me completely. I heard cries, though saw nothing. Then felt my own robes were in flames. I broke and ran, threw off my doublet, leapt in here and it shut and locked the door behind me. They pounded on the door. I thought they would get through. I thought I was...
Who are you exactly?
Durant Faucher Plamondon de Safaran, Lord of these lands, and Chairman of this... We meet here annually to mark the end of...
So while reenacting a scene from the past, somehow, unintentionally, you summoned a specter.
What?
Best thing? You gotta do it.
Are you mad? Would you have this thing?
No, don't want it to kill anyone.
It was...
You know what I'm gonna ask for. Need your... No objections? Let's get to work. Start by clearing the corpses. Got some time. Won't start the reenactment before nightfall. Things of this sort. One last thing, though. My pay.
Understood. Just keep the danger at bay, and I shall be generous. I will stand, or rather, sit in for King Ludovic, upon the elfin throne.
Divethaf, the Elven King, host... Divethaf, the Elven King, hosted Ludovic in his own palace, upon his own throne, amidst the blinding glow of a plethora of torches. Divethaf laid at Ludovic's feet a loaf of binnen and elfin bread, thus granting humans rule over seat-yielding lands.
Don't interrupt.
Then Divethaf filled the ornate ceremonial bowls with elven wine. At long last, the Elfen King grasped his sword and shield, thus symbolically passing command of his armies to humans. The Elfen King, erect in his pride, drew his blade and dropped to his knees, thus acknowledging his final defeat.
Don't interrupt.
How the fuck do I kneel? That's how I kneel.
Ludovic then spake.
I accept your allegiance and shall return in 1 year's time to.
Ah! Look! Look! The statues!
Impossible! God's mother!
Oh, that sucks. God damn, this is gonna be hard. got those bitches.
The sculptures, they came alive. By what witchcraft?
Dunno. Specialize in killing monsters. Reviving them, not so much.
I may know what happened. This Devethef was to pay tribute. It's fortunate he did too.
Typical. Trek.
You're no better. Elves were just defending their territory. You humans took it, but
You? What does that mean? You're a man.
Yeah, in a way. Just ashamed to have...
Your words? They're wrong, Witcher. But I'll not let you leave empty.
Farewell. Strange. Get a sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm. A message. Trying to tell me something. None shall sit and dine. Somebody's clearly up. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence.
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm just feeling like total shit. Fucking hungry. It's like, yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, maybe. I'm not sure, because it's fucking very hard to stream. You're not right mentally, so. Alright, everybody. I'll see you guys later.